Good morning, trading world. It is FOMC day, June 14, 2023. This is my pre-market outlook and technical analysis for day trading the markets. Running late today. It is 8:57 a.m. on the East Coast, and let's get to it. I showed yesterday where the probabilities for the Fed were 80% to pause on rate hikes and 20% for a 25 basis point raise. Just 24 hours later, we have gone to a 95.3% probability of a pause and 4.7% probability of a 25% basis point raise. This is really one-sided and something to consider, in which no one will say that a pullback or change in sentiment would go a long way in doing part of the Fed's job. When we get a deep pullback in the market, it changes sentiment. The rich no longer feel as free to spend money, making a tightening effect on its own. This feel has a way of trickling down to all and tightening our belts, so to speak. The Fed can't come out and say that they would like this to happen. However, think back and see that the market has been ready for just about everything the Fed has done and took it in stride. Right now, skew is near record highs, showing the market is ready for a deep pullback. Meanwhile, the front month and back month VIX are far apart, saying it's almost time for a crash type event. Yesterday, I gave you the leaders in the market: Oracle, Adobe, AMD, Tesla, Intel, Nvidia. Today, it's Adobe, Tesla, AMD, Nvidia, and Intel. Oracle has hit new all-time highs and has already started to pull back. The others will do the same over the coming months. Watch today and the rest of the week for temporary pullbacks to start slowing down the run of the rest of the market. Let me get this out of the way. All right. I brought up the Adobe chart. Adobe's target is 523. We've already reached a high of 492. But today, I look for Adobe falling back to maybe 470, 462 on the way to a support of 445. Now, here we have Tesla. Tesla's target is 295. But at some point near or today, we fall back toward we're falling back to 259 on the way to a support of 252. The next on that list was AMD. AMD is already starting to change momentum. As you can see, it already hit a high yesterday. With AMD, it has a support target of around 119 down to 116 and is likely to see a retrace back up to the 130 area. All this speaks to a kind of muted price action to the FOMC announcement and a pullback following it, if it doesn't happen before. It's important to note the direction before the announcement, as we could get a huge head fake, then continue the previous direction briefly. All right, here we are in a rush, jumping right to the key levels of the day. On the resistance side, we have our jack resistance at the 437 to the 438 area. Our queen resistance is going to be the 439 to the 440 area. King resistance is going to be all the way up here at the 441 to the 445 area. On the support side, our jack support is 436 to the 435 area. Queen support is 434 to the 432 area. And king support is 431 all the way down to the 428 area. The main channel we are in is between 425 and 453. Yesterday, market strengthened better, opened even and shot straight up and turned range bound on the day. Where we go today is a mystery because we left off yesterday right on the edge of getting pinned to the upside for a trend up day. This tells me if we do decide to pull back, it means there is plenty of space to fall. We have dissonance between the technical side, which is bearish, and the quant side, which is bullish. But we also have a monthly time frame that is in control and rising, so regardless of how big the pullback is, we should bounce back from it. The futures today have a bearish bias for the day with harmony between the technical side, which is bearish, and the quant side, which is bearish. So I'm listening closer to the futures today and what they're saying. I'm pretty much out of time. I don't really have time to put up the scenarios on the day, but we'll read through it real quickly. Our most probable scenario is going to be a rounded reversal day type structure. We could get a continued push lower toward the jack or queen support area, find midday chop around either that queen or king support before going back up with the same energy of force we went down with the first part of the day. Be aware of a vice versa moment. That's where we get the opposite reaction. Instead of a continued push down, we get a continued push up at the open, and finding that midday chop around either the queen or king resistance before going back down with the same amount of energy as we went up with the first part of the day. That is the vice versa alert on our rounded reversal day type structure. Our next scenario is going to be the trend up day, meaning we open gap up, start with a push back toward the previous close, find support on or before that previous close, then begin the trend up for the day. We usually find midday chop around either the possible queen or king resistance. Key to watch for a big risk of a failed trend day. Say we hit a target or hit that target of maybe 440. I have for today, if we hit that target, it could be a huge reversal. Same to the lower side. If we somehow crack the previous close and we open gap down, that target to the low side is going to be 432. Our last scenario is the expanded range day structure. We could get a pop pre-market or early in the session into rejection from resistance, experience some consolidation as we try to get together for a push up, but end up making a half-hearted push back down that resets and restarts in the next session. Those are the scenarios. Please be very careful today because today holds a lot of surprise. So it is very important to have your risk in check today. I say this all the time, risk over direction, meaning it's way more important to know and understand what you're risking, and know that at any point, if you lose on that trade, whatever you're risking, you lose that entire amount, that you can come back and trade the next day. That's the key to staying in the game. So, as I say always, the key to this is knowing and understanding the risk that you have on in each position that you take, and in market conditions, knowing and understanding the risk in the current market conditions. Alert, know that we have a very risky day today. And so with that, we manage our risk in accordance to our account size. I hope that this helps. Wishing you a positive trading day. Again, it may not have been said, during the summer, especially this summer, I have a lot going on, so I'm not in front of the computer as much because I'm trying to do a few more or a few other things. So this summer, I'm sparingly in front of the computer. I'm not doing the outlooks as consistent as I normally do, but I look to get back to it soon as the summer closes. And hopefully a little sooner than that. So again, still working on something very special for the people that follow me. We're going to start the JMJ Investment Club hopefully soon. More to come on that soon, hopefully before the end of the summer. Again, wishing you a positive trading day. Let's go out and make it a great one.